My name is Matthew Arcomone. I'm the chef at Osteria, address 640 North Broad Street, Philadelphia. Osteria is a northern Italian restaurant that, for me, the inspiration and what we're trying to achieve here is bring that rustic regionality cuisine in a family setting. My cooking philosophy and how I've envisioned the food at Osteria is rustic refined cuisine with a side of regionality and a little bit of like nonna style. Like I want to bring like the heart and soul of the Italian cuisine onto the plate, but make it in a way that's a little bit fresher, a little bit lighter, and a little bit more refined. I draw my inspiration from my travels in Italy and reading like different culinary books. And my true passion about it is actually the history of Italy. I feel like people get lost, like forget about that. And the true cuisine of Italy is the ancestry, is the history, is passing down from generation to generation. So by traveling there and working the old school way, like rolling out pasta by hand, it makes me feel like I'm attached to it. And I'm bringing that onto the plate at Osteria. Uh, Osteria, for me, is a Northern Italian restaurant that we strive to be as authentic and regional as we can with that, and also making it accessible for the guest, meaning that not every dish in Italy translates great to the American palate. So how do we go about that? Well, we find inspiration through that dish, but we kind of twist it so it turns into a palate-friendly American experience. I would say Osteria's has a long history in the Philadelphia dining scene. Like we've been here for 17 years. We've had to reinvent ourselves a couple of times. And I think right now in 2025, this is the best version of Osteria that we've seen in Philadelphia. Our a la carte service is amazing. We have our chef team, including myself and my two sous chefs, Chris and Jake, are coming up with amazing specials, really sourcing the best product that we can find and creating a great dining experience. But also the other half of Osteria has turned into an event space. We do parties and weddings every night, and it's magical. Like you look at these rooms, like right now we're in the greenhouse, and like when the lights go down and it's like at sunset, it's one of the most magical rooms in Philadelphia. And then we have the pergola outside. We have these beautiful plants and vines growing and weaving through. It's absolutely beautiful. Like, and then we have the wine room with all our wine in the back. Like we have so many special rooms that I think the future is bright. And I think we're really hitting the stride of like what the modern dining scene is. All right, so what got me into cooking? I always wanted to cook, right? And I would make cheesesteaks and hoagies. I worked with in the hoagie shops. And then I met my wife down the shore in 2007. And we were working together in a deli slash sandwich shop. And she was from Russia and she was a J1 student. And she looked at me and she said, "You got to do something with your life. You can't just make cheesesteaks and hoagies the rest of your life." I said, "Okay." I thought that was weird, but all right, whatever. And then she found a school that was a Italian Culinary Academy in New York City, right? And then they had an affiliate in Italy, so you could do 3 months in New York and then 6 months in Italy. So she got all the paperwork for me, and I signed up and I did it. So without her, I would never be a chef. And so that's how I got into professional cooking. It's actually through my wife, and we've been married for 16 years in September, and I have everything to owe, like our career. Like without her, like I would never have worked in Moscow, Russia, Dubai, gone to Italy multiple times. So she's the foundation of all this, and without her, I wouldn't be here where I'm at now. And she's like my travel partner. Like she like loves to travel, and she wants to go and explore authentic regions, and she's the first person to be like, "Yo, let's do this." So she's like my inspiration as far as that. All right, my favorite sauce. This is a tough one. I've been racking my head for this because to me it's seasonality. Right now I love a nice spaghetti pomodoro with pecorino on top, pecorino romano. I love that right now. But I know in autumn I'm gonna want to go with butter and sage. because that's just like I want like a ravioli with butter and sage on it. And so a great chef, Greg Verdick, we were on a ski trip. He kept preaching time and place. And you know what? I couldn't agree. There's a time and place for everything. And you can't say what's your favorite and what's that. Last meal, I would maybe go with rigatoni and carbonara in Rome. Like that, it's pretty magical, you know. But I don't know. You could also go with a nice braise too. Like I'm a sucker for what's a vitello al latte. Like that's anytime you get a nice braise, dude. Oh, when I was in the Alps snowboarding this past year. We were in Monte Rosa. There's this refugio, which is like a little hut on the side of the mountain. And we went to a couple different ones while we were there. We were there for 5 days. And Vernick was there too. Went with Jeff Michaud and he had a bunch of chefs go. And we do this annually. But there was this one refugio that had polenta with crispy speck and radicchio with gorgonzola sauce. I went back 4 times. 4 times. I went back 3 times in one day. That's how good it was. Like when you think of polenta, polenta isn't supposed to be like this magical thing. It's just like supposed to fill you up. I ate polenta and I was like, I want more. The chef that I would love to cook for in my lifetime would be Marco Pierre White. I think Marco Pierre White is the OG of modern cuisine. Without Marco Pierre White, I don't think we'd have half the stuff. We wouldn't have Food Network. We wouldn't have any of this stuff. He is the rock star of the kitchen. Like from screaming, from tantrums to all that meltdowns that like we can't do anymore, but the pressure is so high and you're trying to operate at such a high level that anything that goes wrong, you just blow up over. I love that. Like to me, that's passion, heart. That's love. You know, and that's somebody that I would love to cook for.